next we are going to discuss about strategies for procuring materials, right? Procuring means to get or to find out, right? Now, see, we have discussed about Harappan people's skills, skill of production of craft productions. We also find about the place where these craft productions were done. We also study about the center of production where these craft people used to work, right? So now, to do this all kind of craft, what we need? The key thing that we need is raw materials. Without raw materials, we can't do anything. Yes or no? Then, to get these raw materials, so what the Harappan people do? So for that, archaeology need to find about that, right? So, to make a craft productions, for craft productions, many stones, timbers, and metals, and different kind of stones need to get from outside or inside. Some of the raw materials were available inside the India itself, right? But many of the materials, raw materials, just like coppers, they need to get from other country. So, to procure that from the other country, to get it from other country. So now how archaeology know about it? Because first, they found evidence of terracotta model of this block art, right? When they found this terracotta model of block art, they suggest that these kind, this used for the transportations. Right? See, terracotta means clay, right? Hard clay, as we discussed before. Terracotta model of block art suggests, when they found this, they suggest that this was one important means for transportation, goods and people. As we have discussed before, bulls and ox were used for the agriculture, plowing the field, right? Not only plowing the field, now we also see the bull and ox are also used for transportation of goods and peoples. Through that way, they find about the procuring of raw material, to find about to get raw materials. Second, they have sources like riverine routes were probably used, maybe water, right? Transportations, or maybe to get the raw material from with the help of riverine. How archaeologists were sure about this? Well, because they found seal of Harappa contain image or motif of boat, right? These two are very authentic, these pictures which belongs to museum. So you must feel pretty, fortunate to glimpse this kind of picture right here. Right? So now archaeology know that procure raw material from land with the help of block art and from river route with the help of boat, because they have evidence, right? Now, next topic that we're going to discuss about is material from the subcontinent and beyond. Now we know, right? Archaeology know about, they have sources about the procuring of raw material from the land and river water. Right? But now, materials from the subcontinent and beyond means to get raw materials, right? Some of the raw materials get within India, our own India. That is, subcontinent here refers to India itself, our own country, India, during that time. And beyond means other country. Now, to get raw materials, some of the raw materials were available in India itself, right? But other they need to get from outside the other country. Right? First, it is another way, a strategy to find about the to procuring of raw materials, right? So here, see, another strategy for getting raw materials may have been sent expedition. Expedition means journey, right? Journey to areas such as Khatri regions in Rajasthan for copper and South India for gold. Or you may also add precious stone from Gujarat or Afghanistan. You can also add here precious stone from Gujarat. Right? And second important thing about this is what archaeology found. Archaeology found evidence in the Khatri region, as we have discussed before, in Rajasthan. Over there, what archaeology found? They found pottery or object made of this bronze. It is totally different from the Harappan civilization. So they think that over this Khatri region, there were different kind of culture prevail. So what they give name like Ganeshwar Jodhpur culture. It is different culture from Harappan during that time. But we have not that much kind of evidence to prove exactly about it. But archaeology says that this kind of Khatri region have a different kind of culture that is called Ganeshwar Jodhpur culture, because they have distinctive difference pottery, different this bronze object, and other than Harappan. Understood? Then from the Khatri region, archaeologists believe that from the Khatri region, right, where they supply copper to Harappa. From the Khatri region, that means Harappa get copper from Khatri region, that is in Rajasthan. Understood? This is how they get raw materials within the India or subcontinent. Now, the next is we are going to discuss about contact with the distant land, means outside the India. Right? The first archaeology have very this good sources about Harappan relation with Oman in ancient time. How? Because the Harappan believe that Harappan, the archaeology believe that Harappan people, they procure copper from Oman. See, archaeologists find mentioned that copper were also bought from Oman on the Arab Peninsula. See, you can see map over here. This is Arab, right? Arab. Why it is called peninsula? Because three sides is covered by water. We call it peninsula, right? Now we see Oman here. Oman, Arab, where the Prophet Muhammad belongs, right? Prophet Muhammad. In the southern eastern tip of the Arab, it's Oman. Over here is written Magan, right? In ancient time, Oman, the name of the Oman is Magan. Understood? Now, archaeologists believe that from the Oman, Indus Valley people procure copper. The Oman sent copper to India. Now, how they exactly know about they sent copper from the copper belongs to India and this Oman in the same origin? Because what they found when they do the study about this copper, they found the same origin. Right? Both the Oman and this Harappan copper contain a same chemical elements called nickel. Nickel is a kind of this silver white color and then having the atomic number 28 and the chemical formula Ni. Nickel. Right? See, chemical analysis show that both Oman and Harappan copper have traces find of nickel is a chemical substance, right? Suggests a common origin. That means both copper belongs to same origin, right? That is Oman, maybe. Now, not that only. Archaeology has more evidence. One evidence is archaeology found Harappan jar, this kind of black Harappan jar from the Oman. That means they suggest that Harappan people exchange copper and jar. The jar maybe contain this water or edible things. Right? Now, you must be there must be a question in your mind. How could you say that this jar belongs to Indus people? Yes or no? See, why I'm telling you this is the jar belongs to Harappan culture, because the jar contains Harappan script on it. See, Harappan script. Unfortunately, the script is not yet deciphered, but they know that the script belongs to Harappa. That's why they know that exchange between this Oman copper and Harappa jar or doing. We call it in the barter system, right? One of the most ancient way of exchanging or doing business. Understood? Then we have also evidence about Indus Valley civilization, trade relationship with Mesopotamia, that is contemporary with our own civilization, right? So in one of the texts of Mesopotamia mentioned about their trade relationship with Harappan culture and Oman. Right? See, Mesopotamia text mentioned about the trade relationship with Magan, Oman and Meluha, Harappa. Right? See, Magan in the Mesopotamia text, Oman is referred to as Magan and Harappa as Meluha. So the Mesopotamia text, as we all know that, right? Mesopotamia text or deciphered means able to read by the archaeology. But in our case, Indus Valley civilization, our texts remain undeciphered. So that's the problem. We have less sources about our own culture. See? So in Harappa, in this Mesopotamia text, they mention about trade relationship between Oman, Mesopotamia and Harappa culture. Not only that, Harappan seals, Harappan pottery, Harappan different kind of artifacts were also found in Mesopotamia. That clearly shows that there was some kind of trade, long distance trade relationship between Harappan culture and this Mesopotamian civilization. Now, the problem here is, see, Mesopotamia is very far from Harappan culture and Oman. See, so huge distance were there, right? So how archaeology know that there was a kind of trade relation between this? So for that, they found, we found the boards and seals suggest that trade relation between the Harappan, Oman, and Mesopotamia was carried by the sea. As I told you, right, the archaeology found a seal contain image or motif or board. So with the help of these kind of sources, archaeology suggests that these kind of long distance trade were carried through the riverine road with the help of boat. So this is all about how the raw materials were procured from other countries beyond the subcontinent India. So through that way we know about this industrially procure raw material within the India and outside the India from Oman and Mesopotamia. Right? So that is all about the procuring of raw material.